What's up, guys? It is time. Project SPL gets his new windshield. All right, so here we are. We have two windshields ready to go. So last season, DB Drag updated their rules and they finally allowed us to do some little windshield modifications. Basically, it means we can laminate two windshields together. So that's what we're doing here today. Tired of breaking windshields, went through probably a good dozen last year. I've got two laid out. We are going to essentially glue these two together. Going to document a lot of the process. What we're going to do, probably just set up a quick time lapse and then throw some little details in. Start off, I'll show you the exact windshields I'm using. Can somebody stand this up for me? Hold on. That's good, right there. So I'll let you see, these are Crimex made in Mexico windshields. I did not get these specifically on purpose. They're just cheap, that's all. So these are literally the cheapest windshields I can get a hold of. I'm gonna lay it back down now. They were 96 bucks a piece. So $193 here for these two windshields. That was an out the door price, tax and everything. And so here's essentially what we're gonna do. And we're in the merchandise room. Give you a little look around. So sundownunofficial.com, hoodies, tees, all that cool stuff. Go quick shout out there. Let's see, we've got our torch, cleaning supplies right here. Here we go. US Composites. This is a tabletop epoxy. Some leftover stuff I have from when I did the tubes in the beginning. So that's what we're gonna use. I'm gonna mix up some small batches, essentially pour it on here on the windshield. We're gonna set one on top of the other and weigh it down. I'm treating this like a press mold, not doing anything fancy, no fancy vacuuming or nothing like that. We're just gonna put them together, put some weight on them, clamp them, and let them dry, see what happens. Cross your fingers for me. First step, I've already went through, we have removed the windshield mounts. They're gone. Super easy to do. We're gonna clean them all up really good inside and out. I've already got some of the residue, the glue and stuff off. Came in with a razor blade and scraped them. So I'm gonna go through, do another quick cleaning on them. And then we're gonna start mixing up resin and cross your fingers for us. And you got a video of me. So we're getting ready to laminate two windshields together. Before I do that, we're gonna pull off the rear view mirror mount. So I'm gonna do a quick video to show just how easy it is to pull that off. You pretty much need some pliers, heat gun. You can get heat guns cheap at Lowe's. I think I got this thing for like $9.99. Little bit of heat, these things pop right off literally in less than a minute. So we're gonna knock this one out real quick. I'm gonna start applying heat from the front of the windshield. Regular pliers, vice grips, whatever you wanna use. I'm just gonna start wiggling. You can see it's already getting loose and bam, done. Pops off just that easy. I'll come back with a razor, scrape any residual glue off of there, and that's it. Alright guys, we've cleaned the windshields down really good, just using basic alcohol, one of my favorite cleaners of all time, just simple isopropyl alcohol. Kind of recommend, I used a basic paper towel, but I was really picky about cleaning. I scraped them with a razor blade just to make sure there's no imperfections. These are new windshields, so I didn't expect a whole lot of issues with them. Clean them with alcohol. Be careful with lint. If you're using paper towels that have a lot of lint or something, you don't want to get a lot of lint in there. For me, it's not a daily vehicle, so if I get a little trashy, it's not a big deal, but I'm doing what I can to keep dust off of things. We're in here in a warm environment because mixing up resin like this, you don't want to do it in the cold. So we're inside in a climate-controlled, warm environment. It's probably about 70 degrees in here right now. Everything's clean. I'm mixing up very small batches. One of the things I'm not sure of is how much resin this is going to take. So we're using tiny little cups like this. We're mixing up small batches at a time. This stuff from US Composites, it is not cheap, but it's really good stuff. I've used it in the past. You get about a 30-minute work time. 30 minutes and it dries like that. So I know we got 30 minutes to work with. We're just going to pour it in little batches, little by little, and feel it out as we go, try and get enough. So it's essentially gonna put it on there, use gloves, spread around a little bit, watch for bubbles. So it's something we'll fast forward to the next. We're gonna watch for bubbles. I got torches and heat guns, trying to make sure we get the bubbles out if there are any. If you get bubbles in your resin, it's one of the cool things. You take a torch, hit it, they will literally melt away like magic. So yeah, we're gonna pour it on there, spread it around, set the windshield on, weigh it down, clamp it down, and see how it turns out. All right, want to try and get on video, show if we can see some of the bubbles that are in there. I'm gonna try. Looks like I can barely get it in the reflection. So I don't know if that's showing up. We'll see if we can get it right here. But if you have bubbles, you just hit it with some heat, they will disappear right out of there. All right, that's our last batch we're gonna put on it. And we're gonna set that windshield on. All right, so what have we learned? We learned it's gonna take a lot more epoxy than I initially thought. How much total? Well, I'll show you. You can see we use about that much. So not a ton, but I was hoping to mix up a small amount, and with some weight, it would spread out. As you see, there's 50 pounds sitting on the inside of this. And from the video, if you saw, we were mashing and pushing and rolling. I was damn near holding all my body weight up, which is crazy to think. We had at one point, Jimmy, Brandon, and myself all pushing, trying to spread some bubbles out, get them out of there. A lot of weight put down. No issues with the windshields. They didn't crack under that weight, but we got some bubbles trapped in it. So I should have started with a lot more epoxy from the beginning, put it in there, and let it spread out. Instead, from the first time, we had bubbles start getting trapped, and we fought it from there. I ain't gonna call it a total fail. They're together, just... we got some bubbles. Let me see if I can get them in there. Yeah, we got some bubbles trapped in the glass. So a few bubbles got caught in there. We cannot work them out at this point. I know better next time. And then they're pretty sure there will be a next time. Mix up a bunch more epoxy from the beginning, get it all poured in there so we can start in the middle, work our way out. Fingers crossed. Gonna go tear down the old windshield, get it snatched out of the truck. This one will be dry today, and we're going to get it installed in the truck and then let it dry over the weekend.